middle class families are going to pay a lot more. They're going to restrict. They're going to hoard cash. They're not going to spend the same way that they have been. And that's going to have other implications that will, trickle through the economy. But we will collect more revenue. It's just going to be a fact of life. But how do they account for that, and how do they use that as an offset, right? At the end of the day, I think we're going to have a press release that comes out from the White House that says, yes, we passed the tax bill. It cost $2 trillion, but we're projecting to collect $3 trillion in tariffs revenue, and that revenue offset this, and we're going to help, take some of that revenue to offset the deficit. And look, on paper here, it's easy math, A, B minus C, whatever it is. I think that's how they're going to account for it. And again, this is my guess, I'm purely speculating, but given that that revenue is not going to go into a reconciliation bill to pay for tax cuts, they're going to say it helped pay for tax cuts because we've collected that revenue.
So fake math to get the bill done.
Real math.
Real economics. Real math.
Be math. Real math.
Real math for voters. Wow. Okay.
Well, it is a political system that we live in. Yeah.
It sure is. But I'm going to ask you something too, because you're also a tax expert, and I genuinely wonder about this. If we've gone so far off the grid in terms of what is now possible in this this timeline we're living in 2025. Why don't we just do a VAT or something else? Because it really feels like that is something that he seems more comfortable with. I've often thought, just when I kind of hear the administration talk about this, that's actually what they're talking about, right?